The following video was made possible in part by the generosity of the patrons of the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer. Thank you!
Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hello YouTube, greetings from the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer. Today we're looking at the figure that won the poll from the Ricochet review. It's War for Cybertron Siege Voyager Optimus Prime, a red cab-over truck much akin to the G1. And man, oh man, what a truck! It's really nice to see Optimus in his standard cab-over truck. It's a design choice we haven't seen in about a year, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 13 years, and it's probably one we won't see again for another few months. It's just so refreshing to see, honestly. All jokes aside, it is nice to finally have an Optimus figure to fit in with your Generations line, because this guy sure doesn't. That isn't a retool of a combiner torso, and requires upgrades to make it MP10 sized, and actually function correctly, and isn't very clearly 13 years old. 13 years old? Guys, can you believe these toys are 13 years old? I was 15 when these hit shelves. What madness is that? Anyway, Siege Optimus. Siege Optimus is a cab-over truck, but the War for Cybertron line is going for this pre-Earth style robot and alt-mode aesthetic while still maintaining a G1-ish appearance. So he has all these things that make him Cybertronian, things like translucent blue everywhere. This looks nice enough, though in about 2 weeks I'm just going to cover it all over with Toy Hacks labels, so thanks for trying there, designers. I prefer Earth vehicles, thank you. Aside from that though, this really is a great looking truck. There's no mistaking who this is supposed to represent. Anybody could look at it and say, that is Optimus Prime. It's got a nice cuboid shape, and it isn't dependent on a wind vane gun that everybody loses to make it look good, and in general, I really like the truck and what they've done to it. Something I'm surprised to hear isn't in the works yet is a third-party trailer. Like when Combiner Wars was in full swing, Perfect Effect couldn't come up with hand, foot, and mouth disease cures fast enough. No, we have an amazing looking cab-over Voyager class truck with a 5mm port system in the back just begging for a trailer add-on, and we haven't heard a peep yet. I'm shocked, to be frank. Either way, while we wait for a trailer, we can just pop the shield in here if you're one of those weirdos that insists a figure's accessories must be on his person at all times. For that matter, his gun can store there on his exhaust pipes or any of these other 9 5mm ports. What's cool is Toy Hacks decided to use the smokestack ports to come up with much better smokestacks that just plug in there to really bring out the Prime in this figure, and I'm quite happy they did that. Anyway, 9 ports. Siege's gimmick this time isn't combiners or headmasters or animals or anything weird. It's full compatibility with everyone and everything. So everyone gets a billion spots to put a billion weapons for these fully decked out war vehicles. They look kind of funny, but I know a few people who really dig this look. And hey, even Titan Masters can sit up top in their bathtubs and go full-on auto turret while he's driving up there. For size comparison, War for Cybertron, definitely a Countach. And for that one guy who insists it's definitely not a Countach, he's a Cybertronian car, yeah, he's a Countach. I'd love a third-party company to come up with an add-on spoiler here to complete the look and just fill in the gaps in the back, but I can live with how it is, honestly. For those that are still offended by my calling it a Countach, just pretend I'm saying Imperator DT5 and we'll call it a day. In general, I think the Imperator is out of scale, though no real surprise there. But you know what does scale better? Legends figures, as seen with good old Beachcomber here. Here's a Titan Master, and yeah, that's actually decent scaling for both Prime and Comer. The Imperator though? Nah, he's too big. But let's be real for a sec. I'm not about to be as near as harsh as the scaling issue like I was in the Masterpieces. I was expecting Masterpieces to be as close as possible, but the further along that line went, the less and less they seemed to care about the actual cars they turned into, and more about the robots and how cartoony can we make them look. And here it's chug. Anything goes, really. Anyway, one cool feature that Siege Optimus has is a hover mode. Obviously this is just made out of transformation steps, but who cares? It's just like in the video game way back when.
Tuesday's coming. Did you bring your coat? Eye heads in a giant bucket. 5 kills remaining.
Alrighty, in the last review I said that the consensus was that everybody was cool if I skipped transformation. And then a different consensus arose that all protested that the instructions for a 35-year-old figure were absent, so I guess the consensus was wrong? Oh well, here we go. Unpeg the gas tanks and swing them back. Fold out the knee plates. Separate the legs. Spread out the heels and toes. Spin the shins 180 degrees. Rotate the wheels 180 degrees. Swing around this plate from inside the gas tanks and then clip that into the wheels. And now you have yourself a truck walker. Hauling cargo? Nah. Just walk past all that traffic with your nose held high in the air. Onwards. Open up the panels on the side of the truck. Open the windows and let some air in. Open the front fenders and then swing the whole front of the truck up. Fold in the bumper and fold over the side panels and then collapse that section into the roof. Pull the arms out and then rotate the roof down. Swing the neck joint around and up. Close the windows. Fold the arm plates down. Rotate inwards the front fenders. Collapse the front wheels into the chest. And finally, collapse the waist together. So, Siege Optimus Prime, or should I say, MP10 in Voyager format. This figure is, wow, it's amazing. Just how well this nails the Optimus Prime look. Let's go down the list of Generations figures that were Optimus Prime in his G1 self. We had the ultimate battle Optimus that made us question what the designers were actually doing. We had the Classics Prime that, man, has not aged well at all. Door flaps, almost no articulation, weird proportions, and that bumper butt flap. Blech. Legend Class was alright. Thrilling 30s Legends Class was okay, but you can tell they were going for more of an IDW thing. Combiner Wars, it was okay as a stand-in for your Voyager shelf, but coming from a Motormaster retool, it wasn't pretty. Power Master Prime was kind of its own thing and definitely apart from a G1 Season 1 Prime. Triple Changer Prime was striving for a G2 reference, but didn't really pull away too much from being an obvious Octane repaint. Power of the Primes was fantastic, but people were using it more like a masterpiece standard for those that couldn't find or afford MP10, and he definitely was not scaling well with anything else in your chug line. And then we get to this guy. This is a dang near perfect representation of what a G1 Optimus Prime looks like in my mind, and he's in Voyager scale, which makes him fit perfectly into the Generations lineup. Like, look at him. He's commanding. He's blocky. He's red, gray, and blue right where he needs to be. I mean, I could do without the arm panels, but hey, at least they're not arm wings. The tires tuck themselves neatly into the chest, reminding more of the G1 toy than they do the animation, but I'm not even bothered by their appearance. It's a neat spot for them. The feet. I'm so glad they added in the silver shins. They look so much better than the slavishly animation-accurate plain blue, barely any detail MP44 legs that for some reason people are praising, and they look loads better than the default black shins of the classic Prime from 13 years ago. The legs themselves are great too. I like how the wheels are tucked into the leg without looking too noticeable. I, for one, enjoy the wheels and legs. It lets you know he's a truck, and I don't really understand why they feel they need to cover them up nowadays, but I can kind of understand the design choice. I might personally cut away some of the blue paneling to show a bit more wheel one day in the future, but we'll see about that. Another thing people are really excited about is that panel to cover up what would otherwise be hollow legs, and I'm happy you guys are happy. I personally didn't care when they were hollow, so I'm not about to pretend to care now. The one thing I do care about, if only slightly, is the backpack. Swinging it up gives us a glimpse of what it would look like with it gone. I had tried removing the pin once to accomplish this look, but I nearly broke the hinge, so I'm just going to leave it there. It's not really that intrusive. I'm just nitpicking at this point. So let's talk about accessories. The first and probably most important accessory is that he doesn't have some weird exhaust pipe thing where you'll end up swiping the weapons off Orion packs. No, he actually gets a G1 styled blaster that totally suits him. That's awesome. This accessory is perfect for those pointing and shooting poses or for those iconic hero with a gun stances you see. Leaping and shooting, Cybertronian standoffs. Since we're talking about Megatron, I find it amusing that Optimus has a much better ability to sword the sword gun than Megatron comes with the Megatron himself. It just pops right back there and you got yourself a gun barrel back cannon that outstyles when Megatron attempts to do it. So the other thing Optimus gets is a shield. Optimus doesn't come with a sword unfortunately, so you'll have to borrow someone else's if you want to get that Legend of Zelda cosplay going. Otherwise the thing just unfolds to become a giant lollipop. Or a cosmic fly swatter. In reality though, the lollipop unfolds to reveal a battle axe. Why is this black and not orange? I don't know. And clearly Camzilla51 asked the same question when he designed the stickers for this guy, as a simple conversion set turns this into a proper orange color. This allows Optimus to do that iconic hero with an axe, the lesser known sequel to hero with a gun pose. Or he can have a Cybertronian standoff of axe versus sword, locked in battle.
You know, I didn't always want to be an axe-wielding warrior.
No? What do you mean?
I have dreams, you know. Likes and dislikes.
Like what?
Like fir and the mighty Scots pine. I love the crash of falling timber. With Alita 1 at my side, we'd sing. Sing!
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
I cut down trees, I eat my lunch, I go to the lavatory. On Wednesday I go shopping and have buttered scones for tea.
He cuts down trees, he eats his lunch, he goes to the lavatory. On Wednesday he goes shopping and has buttered scones for tea.
Alright, well enough of that. It's too silly. So let's talk about the size comparisons he does so well with. Masterpiece Frenzy. I'm pretty sure these Masterpiece cassettes scale well with just about everything, more so than Masterpiece B for goodness sakes. So how about the chug line I was talking about? Titans Return Roadburn with a 3D printed Cliffjumper head because Hasbro was just too short-sighted to actually provide this themselves. Deluxe Siege Imperator, Voyager Siege Megatron, Leader Siege Shockwave? Leader Class? Okay then. Voyager Titans Blitzwing, Leader Class Jetfire, and there we go. That's a Leader Class. Like I said, beautifully scaled robot modes between all of them. I joke about being miffed about Shockwave classifying himself as a leader. I really do love how big he isn't. Even Voyager class Titans Return figures, well, yes, this really highlights how much smaller the Siege figures are now despite the Voyager class name. I'm not even mad. As far as I remember, Blitzwing and Astro Train are supposed to be about a head taller than Megatron and Optimus, considering triple changers and being essentially the muscle of the Decepticons and whatnot. From what I hear, a leader class Astro Train is in the works, and if it ends up being on par for height with these two here, because apparently the terms Leader and Voyager don't mean anything to Hasbro anymore, or whatever, I might just pick up Astro Train, especially if they're being this faithful to the old designs lately. I don't know, I'm excited to see what comes out. And here's Optimus with my current collection of Uniclasserations Autobots. You got your Legends, your Deluxes, your Leaders, and your Prime smack dab in the middle of it all. It looks fantastic. So Articulation. I'm happy not going into depth as the maximum range of movement, but I will say, oh my goodness, what a posable figure. He's got toe, heel, and ankle movement, great knee bends, the thighs rotate and are on universal joints for all kinds of movement, waist swivel, universal shoulders, 90-degree elbows, rotatable wrists, and not the greatest neck ball joint, I'll admit, but I don't care. This thing is just so much more posable than NB10 by far, and is so much better balanced, meaning it'll actually hold the poses. And in general, it just looks fantastic hitting all those poses too. Heck, he can open up those windows like he's passing on his molded truck matrix of fakership. The flexibility and the posability of this figure is just astounding, and one I really recommend. Heck, perfect example. Look at this walking animation. Not a single guide wire, having to use my hand to hold the figure up, no photography tricks, nothing. That is just pure walking animation, and I am floored by just how well this figure can do it. Some people are recommending I hunt down Voyager MP10, like the knockoff version. Heck no! Someone should just make posable hands for this figure instead, because this is such an improvement over MP10. I don't even know how that's possible, but it just is. So that's been Siege Optimus Prime, a fantastic figure with a wide range of movement with great accessories, rounding it all out into one fantastic package. I can easily recommend this as the definitive Voyager class Optimus Prime for our Uniclasseration shelf. This has been the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer. So, what gets reviewed next? Heck, I don't know. I tried doing the poll last time, but in the end I wasn't crazy about the execution, so I'll just leave Cardboard Bots to do his idea. His idea suits him best. You'll just have to wait and see what I do for Review 103. Toodles!